Good morning. Those are fat tyres, and that's gravel. We're doing another gravel ride today. Now it's rather windy and we've got a weather warning for later, so this was going to be a mammoth 144 kilometre ride. It's now going to be half, maybe 70. So hopefully we won't get blown off, but we might. Let's find out. So we're starting today where we left the Beer Birthday last time, at the station of El Pinel de Bray. And this one has been converted into a really nice restaurant and bar, which is open even. But today is the big holiday. It's the well, I don't know what it's called, the Fiesta of the Immaculate Conception, probably something along those lines. So it could be really busy. So we'll have to wait and find out. But we're just taking the Beer Birthday only as far. Ooh, it was gusting to over 70 kilometres an hour when I left. Anyway, we're taking the Beer Birthday as far as Ceuta, and then we're coming off because we're going to do an adventure, as ever. And today it's going to be following a new canal project, which is due to open in 2023, and it's costing the Catalan government 100 million euros. And officially it's off limits, but it's a holiday today, so I'm hoping to sneak in and follow that canal, which is all gravel. Well, the canal's not gravel, I imagine that's concrete, but the access road is gravel. And yes, hopefully it'll wind us into the Elsport Mountains. And here's tunnel number 1. You remember how many of these bloody things there are. And again, a less than auspicious start, in that my route hasn't been saved to my Garmin, so it's just going to have to be my memory. So you can imagine we imagine we're going to get lost. I just noticed it's some very, very lovely, gorgeous that we're following. Oh look, the tunnel. Really is a spectacular ride, this Beer Birthday. These ones on the lower Beer Birthday are really well lit, much brighter than the ones further up. I guess this is on the mains, whereas previously it was solar. But they're very long tunnels. Just following the Rio Canaletes. Very much downhill. I've forgotten how downhill it was. You can really coast if you wish. Lots and lots of people on the Beer Birthday. Lots of families. It's really cracking to see everybody out. Just heading down towards the station of Benifayet, which is another one that's been converted into a restaurant, and this one's also got a hostel. So this is probably the most popular part of the Beer Birthday. It's really good access by road to both of those stations, Pinel de Bray and Benifayet, and it's a pretty nice, impressive short run between the two. Here we are down at the Ebro. So there's a very, very busy road below us, and we've got this beautiful cycle track to ourselves. I used to live in those mountains. rather last minute route planning, and I didn't really take into account this nasty little 10-11% climb that I'm doing now. It's really horrible. Into this headwind, she's doing a great job at trying to knock me off. So I'm halfway up into the mountains. I got lulled, I think. It was going to be a trip down the Via Verde and then I run along a canal, flat and then flat. I forgot that the canal is halfway up into the mountains. I think this is where it starts. Certainly looks like a canal project. Of these pretty cool aqueducts, and they just popped a road on top of it, or the access road, but underneath is the canal. Looks pretty good. Don't know why it needs to be quite so bendy, but it is. So Franco started this project in 1973, which is just a couple of years. Bumpy. Whoop. Just a couple of years before his death. And they really cracked on at the beginning, laying lots of prefabricated concrete sections. But when he died, it sort of fizzled, the whole project fizzled. I think they managed to complete something like 30 kilometres of this canal whilst he was still alive. And it then languished for probably 35 years, maybe even a little bit longer, until the Conservative PP party, who were in power at the time, decided to resurrect the project. It's incredibly controversial because by this time Catalonia had managed to get a bit of independence. It was an autonomous region, and they didn't basically want their irrigation water being funneled down to the south. There was lots of concern that the Ebro would actually be drained, and so there was quite a lot of political protest. Some of it was quite active, and there was a fantastic emblem that they used, and it was a pipe with a knot in it, and you saw this emblem being painted and erected as monuments all over the place in this area. And then the PP failed to get re-elected, and again the project ground to a halt. But it's been restarted again, this time by the Catalan government, and they want to use it to increase the irrigated area south of the Ebro, and also into this sort of upland area on the right bank of the Ebro. Here we go, you can sort of see what it looks like. It's on the edge of these Ports Mountains. Historically it's quite a poor area because there's no water, and so what they can grow is pretty poor. But what they've said is that with this canal in place, the yields will increase 5-fold of their olives and bring untold wealth to this very poor part of Catalonia. I think this is an even better gravel run than the Via Verde. Beautiful landscape. That's a slight problem with the Via Verde. Once you're in the lower part and you're in amongst the mountains, it's fabulous, but that top end was pretty bland. Impressive in its own way, but this is kind of a mix of the two, and it's lovely. It's of course a lot twistier than a railway line could be. Another aqueduct. Just a little one. Fantastic views. The Cardo Mountains. So we've been up that, you and I, in Climbing Cardo. Inspired name for a video. When you're climbing Cardo, that is. It'd be a bit rubbish if you're doing something else. Be even nicer in a couple of years when the water's actually flowing. Got no idea what that is, but it looks impressive. It's someone's home, I think. Lovely location. Look at this view. Thought I'd see what the other side is like. It's a little bit bumpier, I think. I'm not sure, I can't quite remember because this is what I originally planned, I decided against. But I think this canal is something like 60 or 70 kilometres long, which would make it a cracking ride. It's absolutely lovely. I go back over the other side now, just because I can. The rain that was forecast is holding off nicely, but the wind's getting quite extreme now. It keeps grabbing the front wheel and throwing it, but it's still a fabulous ride. Got to concentrate a lot though. I'm not just get ashore of the way, but I think that down behind me is Tortosa, and I need to go to Tortosa. This road seems to go that way. That's the way we'll go. Welcome descent, frankly. The wind was really getting to me, and now it's directly behind and it's downhill, so I might as well coast. Coasting at 50. Just starting to spit bright sunshine, one tiny little cloud. Looks like it's going to be a bit nasty in about 3 minutes. It's a serious rainstorm. It might even be snow. It looks all wrong and very, very white, but you can see there's nothing there, and that's where we're going. I'm quite tempted just to find shelter for a few minutes. I'm not really a finding shelter kind of guy, so on we go. It's got snow, but it's got very nasty very quickly, but I think we're just missing the worst of it. We're out of Tortosa, away from the cars and back on the Via Verde. Fresh goat poo on this Via Verde, so we might bump into a herd before long. I have a bit of a confession to make. I do enjoy the gravel. I understand that it can be like more of an adventure to get out on unpaved roads, but really when the roads in Spain are as adventurous and paved as they are, in a lot of ways I can't see the point. I'm actually enjoying this road section more than the gravel I've just been on. I think my roadie. More cloud coming. It's a bit black up there. Unfortunately, that's where we're going. Now, I'm supposed to be taking you up there. I didn't realise it was actually the bottom of a river. So it's uphill. That's a little bit beyond me, at least at the moment. It's the Barranc dels Fornets, and about 1 kilometre up there are some trenches that have been restored. So I'll just show you a photo of them instead. Perfect. Right. It's been pretty galling for Franco to see his efforts at building a canal go so slowly and not be completed in his lifetime, because this one was built by the Moors in 700 AD, and they built two, one on either side of the Ebro, and they're massive and they're hugely long, and they bring irrigation water to a massive area, including now the delta, which didn't really exist much at the time. Such a great way to get up into the mountains. It's been about 3%. And here we are in mountains again. Back at El Penedès Bray station. Still plenty of other buildings to restore if you fancy opening up a hotel or a rival bistro to the one that's here. It really was saving the worst of the wind for last. Made it. We made it. Again. We made it. So the 63 kilometres to add to the total. I think that takes us over 9,500. So I've got a bit left to do this month, but not too bad. So I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.